So to start off this beautiful emerald green eye, I'm going to be using Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek. This is a ride or die type of shadow for me, and I'm going to be using it as the first shadow for part of our blending later on. It's just the best transition color. I highly recommend it. And then I'm going to be going into my Tartelette palette and using Force of Nature. It's just a tiny bit darker than Creme Brulee, so I just want to gradually build up the intensity of our blending out. So I'm going to put that in the crease and upwards, but just not quite as high as I put Creme Brulee. Then I'm taking Tease from the Naked 2 palette, and this is also the Naked 2 brush that I'm using right now. And I'm pretty much going to go over where Force of Nature was just to add more depth, and just really make sure that I'm going all the way into the inner corner and all the way back out to the outer corner of the eye, because that is where we're going to be applying Envy, which is what you're seeing right now. It's also from Makeup Geek, and I'm just using the flat and stiff part of the Naked 2 brush right now. So I'm packing it on the outside corners of my eye, and then doing a teeny bit of blending in the middle just to connect the two colors, leaving the lid space in the middle clear of anything. So that's what that looks like. And then I'm taking this Real Techniques fluffy shader brush, and I actually have some of the Envy color on the tip of my brush here, and this is going to really help diffuse the edges of the color without losing too much intensity from Envy. I'm going to go back in and just keep touching up, keep blending out with that color and with this brush until I get kind of the right amount of smokiness while still having a good amount of color on the lid. Now I'm taking Amber Rush from, I think it's L'Oreal, and I'm just going to pack that onto the middle of the eye where we left empty space with Envy. So this is just such a beautiful metallic rose gold color. The pairing of the two was just so beautiful. I'm so excited about how it came out. And I'm just going to pack them in the middle with the most product and then kind of move my finger around so that as I move it outwards from the center of my eye, it kind of helps to diffuse it that way. Then I'm just going to go in and touch up any spots that I think just need a little bit more, so that when we go in with that same fluffy brush, we have a little bit of blending out area to do. Then I'm just going to wipe off any of the Envy fallout that I had, just because it is a darker color. So I can go in with my Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 115, and I'm going to dot that all over my face so I can blend it out with a beauty blender. You know you've got diva issues when you have to hold your hoop out of the way while you blend in your foundation. Oh, I can't take it. It's too much. But anyways, this is the Real Techniques beauty sponge, actually. I didn't use the beauty blender today. I've just been trying it out because it is about $10 to $12 cheaper than the beauty blender. So I wanted to give it a shot, and I know that it is better than like the beauty sponges you can get from like Winners and things like that. So I've been trying it out. I really like it, but I do think that the beauty blender is a softer sponge, which I really like. But I'm going to use this one until it's done. And now I'm going to go in with concealer. This is the shade Neutralizer from L'Oreal. It's really, really great. It's such a yellow base to it, and that's awesome for my skin tone, so I really like it. And I like the applicator because I don't have to use my fingers to apply it. So I'm just going to make these triangle shapes under my eyes, and then I also do go on top of my nose. But first I'm going to put it under my eyes because I do find that this product dries a little quickly. And then I go in and I blend it out and stipple it into my skin with my beauty sponge from Real Techniques. And I just really take my time with this to make sure that I don't have too much concealer left under my eyes so it doesn't crease. Then I just put a little bit on my chin, a tiny bit on the Cupid's bow, straight down my nose, and then a little bit of like a very small triangle where my brows meet, just so we can do a little bit of highlighting using concealer. Now I'm taking my Duo Fiber powder brush from Real Techniques, which I love, and I'm taking my Chocolate Soleil matte bronzer from Too Faced, which I love. If I loved it, maybe I could remember it's Too Faced. Oh well. I just like to do this technique when I don't want to have too harsh of a contour, still want the glow and warmth from the contour though, and just need a little bit of definition. I really like this brush a lot. It's kind of new to me, but it's been applying this bronzer flawlessly. I really like it. Then I'm going to go in with the blush called Smitten from Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to put that on the apples of my cheeks, blend it out. It's a really nice orangey, peachy shade, and I really liked it with the green and the gold. I found that I had a little bit too much product on my brush, so I just kind of like tapped it out on my arm. It's a really good technique if you find that you have too much product on your brush but still need to do some blending. So I just did that. Now I'm taking the Duo Fiber contour brush from Real Techniques, which I do not use to contour. I use it to highlight because I find that it diffuses the highlight really beautifully and feathers it out. It's a beautiful combination with the Mirror Luminizer. And then I went back into my eyeshadow to do my lower lash line, and I don't actually have the clip of me applying Envy to my lower lash line, but I put it halfway. Then I take Amber Rush with a brush and put it to the very center of my eye, but I didn't like the intensity that that gave, so I used my finger to make it more intense, and I patted that onto the lower lash line. And then I just went in to do a little bit of a touch-up on my eye, make sure that I have the right amount of pigmentation. Now I'm taking Shimma Shimma from Makeup Geek and highlighting my inner corner and my brow bone. This is the most intense highlight shade ever. And I just take a fluffy brush to make sure there are no harsh lines. So this is the look with just mascara, and I really like it because I can still see like the pop of the rose gold through. And I'm really hesitant to lose lashes. I don't think I want to. So this is the finished look. I did go in and add lashes. These are the Ardell and Wispies. Obviously, they're such a nice go-to lash, and they don't actually cover up that rose gold as much as I thought that they would, so I'm okay with wearing them and I like it. You can still see the pop in there. And then for the lip, I went in with the NYX Matte Lipstick in the shade Sierra. It's a very orangey brown color. It's beautiful. My best friend is so nice to get that for me. And then I want to show you another lip option that I was very tempted to use, and it's actually super similar to Sierra from NYX. It's 1995 from Gerard Cosmetics. This is more of a like pinky brown color, and it is a little bit darker than Sierra is. My microwave, my lunch. I was tempted to go in with this one, but I think that like the dark green, the rose gold, the orangey brown, I think it just all just screams fall. Do you feel that? I feel that. So I hope you guys really liked this tutorial. I'll be talking to you again soon, and please comment down below if you have any other ideas or requests for a future video, and I'll be back soon. Bye guys. Did I say back soon too much?